Okay, how's everybody doing this morning? Actually, I wanted to bring a live broadcast to you this morning because I've been watching a few YouTube videos this morning, and it seems like there's a lot of people confused about what's going on today in the economy with the Federal Reserve, the stock market going up. In fact, I think it's reaching record highs, and everybody thinking that some sort of calamity is going to take place here real quick. And there's going to be some sort of bust or bubble or something like that. Well, I just wanted to give you my perspective and talk a little bit about this. And as you can see, the stock market's up. It's up big time. We got the Dow. We got everything's up. We've got Apple, Citigroup, General Electric, Google, Microsoft, Japan, Hong Kong, London, Germany, consumer durables, energy, minerals, technologies, retail, trade. Everything is up. Why is everything up when the gross domestic product, the GDP, is right now as bad as it's ever been, according to Chairman Powell? We have just gone through one of the most significant events of modern history with the COVID virus. The elimination of millions of jobs, millions of people are unemployed, and the whole economy is struggling to find any stability whatsoever. But we've got the stock market raging, and we've got basically the entire equity market, bonds, everything like that, are improving in value, as well as the dollar. Is continuing to become more valuable. The dollar is going up. And people are concerned about this. People are going to say, when is this going to stop? When is this going to end? This can't continue like this. This is some sort of a fake market. This is not going to work. This is not going to last very long. Well, the issue is, and I think the main issue people are failing to see, is that we are no longer, we're no longer talking about countries here, or what's going to happen in the United States, or the United States inflating the dollar, which is decreasing the actual buying power of the dollar. We're looking at a global market. We're looking at the overall global system, the global market. And of course, we know globally that the dollar is very strong. And as long as people around the world are willing to accept the dollar, then they can print as many as they like, and there is not going to be any hiccups in the system, because they can continue to prop up everything with the dollar as other people want to hold dollars, as other countries, other peoples, other places in the world want to hold dollars. And that's what they're doing. They're going to prop up this economy with dollars. They're going to prop up the world with dollars. They're going to keep everything going with dollars. And as long as that goes on, and it may go on for a long time, there is really no problem. We have a completely workable solution. It's worked in this country for 40, 50 years. Why wouldn't it not work globally for another however many years, that people are willing to accept U.S. dollars as something to hold and something of value, because they're world currency. You can use dollars to pretty much trade for anything around the world, including oil. So that's why this market is going where it's going, and nobody seems to be. The Federal Reserve doesn't seem to be panicked at all, outside of the fact that they lowered interest rates to almost zero. But I just want to talk about this a little bit and how it affects the crypto market, because the crypto market's been bouncing around. Of course, Bitcoin's right now at 9,400, as you can see. We follow EOS very close because we run an application on the EOS blockchain. It's $2.50, so it's kind of bouncing around. But I just want to bring a few issues out as far as this is concerned. If you look at actually the overall. And I think I just pulled it. This is just a few days old. This MoneyWire article is June 10th, 2020. What are we today? We are, I think, the 15th or 16th. So anyway, this is just so far this year. what has increased in value, what has not increased in value. And if you look at this, and so I'm not going to read this article. There's really not that much information. They're actually just talking about hedging against inflation. But year to date, macro assets current year return is Bitcoin's 37%, gold 12%, the S&P 500 is 0.7%, it's lost 0.7%, 0.07%, and U.S. dollar 3.8%. It's up because, like I say, people like dollars, and crude oil is off big time. So you can see that Bitcoin is rising faster than anything else. And the reason Bitcoin is rising faster than anything else is because Bitcoin has such a small, such a small amount available. I mean, as you can see right here, the volume of Bitcoin in comparison to these other equities, bonds, and FX spot markets is just it doesn't even hardly show up on the scale. I mean, it's 4 billion. You got 1.9 or 1,987 billion in the global FX spot markets. You've got 893 billion in the bond market, and you got 446 billion in the equity market. And here's Bitcoin at a little measly 4 billion. So that's why a guy like Paul Tudor Jones says that Bitcoin is the fastest horse in the race, because of the fact that Bitcoin, as this thing keeps on going, and I don't look for any catastrophes. I think as long as the world's willing to accept Bitcoin, willing to accept dollars, dollars are going to be able to kind of even out, these negative effects that are taking place on the markets right now, with the problems that I just mentioned a little bit of it, COVID, and some of the other things that are going on. So as long as people accept dollars, this will go on, for as long as the world accepts it. But the issue is that eventually people around the world are going to realize that the dollar is continuing to be printed at exponential amounts. I mean, exponentially print dollars. It mass-produced mass. It's almost like dollars are going to be like sand on the beach. There's just so many of them. It's incalculable. So what's going on right now is once the world is able to accept this, realize this, they'll look for alternatives. And where are they going to go to? They're going to go to a digital currency. They're going to go to a digital currency that can be utilized anywhere around the world, and not only utilized anywhere around the world, but easily transferable anywhere around the world. So, as our good friend Mr. Paul Tudor Jones has said, this is the fastest horse in the race. So, as the dollars become less valuable because people realize they don't buy as much, people will start to gravitate towards Bitcoin. People will start to gravitate towards cryptocurrencies. Things will start to move that direction, and that's where we're going right now. So this idea that we're all in this meltdown that's getting ready to take place here any day is just, in my opinion, is just fear-mongering. There is no meltdown taking place in the near future. I think the Federal Reserve has got this completely understood. They're going to print this money until the cows come home. They're not going to worry about it. And it's just going to take the people to catch on to what's really, really, really happening. And a lot of people won't catch on to this for a while. But in the meantime, Bitcoin, Ethereum, EOS, all these different other cryptocurrencies, they will continue to improve in value. People will continue to start to invest in them because they're starting to see what's happening. And this will be a process. Because right now, and as I talk about so much in my videos, people don't understand cryptocurrencies. But they will when they start to see their bank accounts dwindle and their buying power, their purchasing power of their money dwindle. They're not only their national currencies, but the currencies that they're holding that are international currencies. These will start to dwindle. And as you can see from the one chart I showed, the second fastest rising asset right now is gold. But as we all know, and I'm not a gold fan, even though people talk about gold all the time, gold just is not something for our modern our modern financial system. It just does not work in our modern financial system. So don't worry. No meltdowns, no collapses, no bank runs. None of this stuff's going to happen. Everything's fine, but people are just going to have to realize that that what's going on right now is really the old adage or the old story of the boiling pot. You throw the frog in the boiling pot and gradually increase the heat. The frog cooks, but if you increase it quickly, the frog jumps out. Well, this is going on gradually. Nobody knows. Everybody's just sitting there, just saying, looks like the stock market's going up. The dollar is going up. My stock portfolio is still holding sound. My 401k looks good. But they're realizing that this is quickly eroding away. Maybe not very, very fast in a way that you could see it, but it's going away very, very in a way that over a period of time you're going to really see the results of what's happening. So anyway, I just want to make a quick video about that because I see so many people calling for market meltdowns, and we're going to go back to prehistoric days as far as the stock market's concerned and all this other stuff. I don't buy it. I don't buy it. Things are going along, and as long as people are willing to accept the dollar, and of course they will accept the dollar because it's world reserve currency, and the other thing going on too is that the United States economy is militarily strong, and the United States economy is what people use to trade in oil and other commodities and other goods and services. So anyway, that's my video for this morning. I'll probably make another video tonight, and we can talk about this a little bit further. I appreciate you listening. Thank you.